Welcome! Today we're going to talk about this awesome 2021 Tesla Model 3 Long Range All-Wheel Drive. 2021 is a great year for the Model 3. We saw a huge amount of changes come out for 2021. Some of the most changes I think in any single model year for the Model 3, aside from the the new Model 3 Highland that's going to come out, which has come out in other countries but hasn't hit the US market yet. But what's important for 2021? A lot of things. I guess one of the most important things is one item that you can't see is that they added a heat pump to the Model 3 in 2021, and that made it a lot more efficient in hot and cold weather. When it gets, in the freezing temperatures, electric vehicles become less efficient. Everything seems to kind of slow down in the cold. Things move slower, and electrons and batteries also move slower, so it makes them less efficient. So that heat pump really does a big difference in making them more efficient, and it actually added I think 20 miles or 30 miles to the range of the Model 3 when they added that heat pump. We also saw a redesigned center console on the Model 3 for 2021, which is a nice touch. And we have the addition of a heated steering wheel. It's kind of toasty outside right now, so a heated steering wheel is a really nice feature. And might I also add, look at this really cool way to operate the HVAC system. It's really intuitive. You have a dog mode, camp mode, so much cool stuff. And you can also operate the HVAC system through your Tesla app. Here it is right here. So if it's really cold out, you can put the heat on in your car, 10 minutes before you leave. Make sure it's nice and toasty for you. Or you can also defrost the car. If your car's completely frozen, you can defrost it and it'll thaw the car out. And you can also do planned departures. So if you leave at the same time every morning for work, you can schedule a departure. Say, hey, start warming up at 6 a.m. and it'll warm the car up, and it'll also warm the battery up, which is very important because when the battery is warmed up, it's more efficient when you drive. So yeah, lots of cool stuff for 2021. We also have a power rear trunk. That was also a new feature for 2021. You can have it retrofitted in your older Teslas, but that's $800. You don't have to pay $800 because it came standard in 2021. This nice comfortable interior. We have a nice wireless charging pad here. The screen, the majority of the functionality is in the screen on Tesla. Some people ridicule it, but some people like hard buttons, but I guess people like hard buttons with like a flip phone, but now we have smartphones. So I think it is sometimes nice to have hard tactile buttons, in that old school frame of mind, but those buttons are there forever. This is infinitely reconfigurable. Tesla is constantly updating and improving the display, adding features. They added blind spot cameras. When you have things tied to hard buttons, you can't change that. They're constantly adding new things to watch. With premium connectivity, you can't do it while you're driving, but while the vehicle is parked, you can watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube. You can play video games. You have the toy box. You can colorize the vehicle, change the color of your avatar. You can talk through the horn. You can play music through the horn. You can make your horn sound like a fart or a goat. Multi-track recorder. Just go on, and then you have these amazing live Google Maps. You can also have an illustrated view as well. If you need to navigate to a supercharger, you can use the app to find superchargers. Look at all these superchargers. There's another ace in the hole with Tesla. I mean, you can pretty much drive anywhere in the United States, and you'll be able to get there without issue with the amazing supercharging network. Like, for instance, if we wanted to go to Spokane, it'll figure out the whole trip for you. Tesla's trip planner is very detailed. It takes a lot of things into consideration: ambient temperature, elevation, tire pressure, even wind. So if there's a headwind, which could reduce your efficiency, like if there's a 30-mile headwind, it takes that into calculation, figuring out the route and figuring out if you have enough range to get it there. So it looks like we're going to supercharge one time, you'll arrive at 15%. So if you wanted to, like if I wanted to go to Boston, not too many people are going to do that, but it'll plan your whole trip to Boston across the whole country. It'll figure out, it'll always have your back. It'll make sure you won't run out of juice, and it'll plan the whole trip for you. Not that, we do that on a regular basis, but it just goes to show you how amazing Tesla's trip planner is. Look at that. Amazing. I don't know if there's any other EV that can do anything like that. And that's part of the magic of Tesla's supercharging network and the synergy of the vehicle, the way the vehicle connects with the phone, the charging infrastructure. There's no other car that has such a synergy as Tesla. And the user interface is almost like it was designed by Apple. I haven't seen any other manufacturer that has a user interface like this. I mean, it's amazing, it's intuitive, and you don't always have to use the screen. You can use voice commands. For instance, make it warmer. Every time I say make it warmer, it'll raise the temperature by 3 degrees. Make it cooler. It'll lower it by 3 degrees. You can keep on lowering it, keep on raising it. Rear defroster on. Wipers on 1. Wipers off. There's 140 different voice commands. So you can not take your eyes off the road, not be distracted, and you can, you know, make changes to the vehicle. This one also has the acceleration boost upgrade. It's a $2,000 in-app purchase. Basically adds another 100 horsepower. Almost gets you to the acceleration level of a Tesla Model 3 Performance. From what I hear, the Long Range Model 3 and the Performance, the battery and the electric motors aren't really that different. So you just get a software update. Boom, another 100 horsepower is you to 63.7 seconds. You're faster than most of the other vehicles on the road. This thing is so much fun to drive. Electric cars, the way they deliver power, it's instantaneous. It's unlike any gas car, the throttle response. And with the regenerative braking, it's also going to save you on brakes and on maintenance. That's one thing that people don't always think about when getting an EV. They're not just going to save money on gas because you're using electricity now. You're also going to save money in maintenance, because if you look at a gas engine, which has spark plugs and emissions control systems, fuel delivery systems, and all these pipes and hoses and stuff, they need, you know, 30K services, differential services, coolant flushes, all sorts of laborious maintenance, which, you know, the dealership service departments love. But there's not much to do as far as maintenance goes. You can change the in-cabin filter, rotate the tires, new tires, change the wiper blades. That's pretty much it. So you're going to start also saving money on service. And a lot of people who are buying Model 3s like this, they're buying these instead of buying like BMWs or Mercedes, which, you know, when you go to a BMW or Mercedes service department, you need to do a 30K, 60K service. That could easily be $1,000 a pop, depending on the level of service that you're doing. So yeah, you can save a couple $1,000s a year, and just not in gas, but in maintenance, switching to an EV. And then, you know, it's nice not having to go to a gas station. Your house is a gas station. You go home, you plug it in, you wake up the next day, and you have a full charge. Quite an amazing product. I have a Model 3 myself. I've had it for close to a year and a half. We've had hundreds of Teslas here at Infiniti of Tacoma. We have a very big pre-owned business, and at any given time we have about 6 to 10 Teslas in stock. We've sold hundreds of them. People love them. They're amazing. You know, there's a lot of people I think out there that want to see Tesla fail and are just waiting to see Tesla fail, and maybe disappointed it hasn't happened yet, but I don't think it's going to happen. I think, you know, probably every day, every month, we're just going to see more and more Teslas on the road. Oh, I forgot one other important change for 2021. As we saw the rollout of Tesla Glass. Tesla started offering this new double pane glass. You can see it's double pane. There's a sound deadening material sandwiched in between, which makes the glass very, very quiet. It makes the vehicle quieter. It's also very safe. So there we have it. Thanks so much for taking the time today to watch this video. Hopefully see you soon, and have a wonderful day.